So let's check out this ocean wave projector light right here. I really appreciate the support of my sponsor sending it over to me so I can use it myself and so I can show it off to you. Let's get it open and check it out. Comes with a user manual. I found 2 AAA batteries. And the light itself is nicely packaged up in this styrofoam container here to keep it safe when it's shipped. When we remove that, we see that it's also packaged in a plastic exterior film here. And when we get rid of the plastic, we find the ocean wave light right here. We also find a power cable wrapped up in this plastic bag, as well as a remote right here. Looks like it has a power button, sleep button, brightness, temperature, and RGB controls, as well as the ability to control certain scenes down here. So as you can see, it's fairly easy to pick up by yourself right here. It's not super heavy, but it's not super lightweight either. But it is a really big light right here. You can see that it's just gigantic. This piece right here is made of a nice durable acrylic. But this piece down here, this metal piece, this is where it feels like it has all of its weight. There's a lot going on inside of that piece. And then we have these nice, sturdy, firm blocks on the end right here. I'm not sure exactly what these are made of. Maybe a really hard, really cool kind of opaque plastic. It's really sweet. And so there's actually cables down on this end and down on this end as well that you can actually connect up to 10 of these together. So this is just one light right here, but you can connect them in line with each other and can control them all at once. And these plugs on the end, they actually serve 2 purposes. They can connect the lights together so you can have 10 in a row. Let's get this one plugged in with this power cord here and we'll see what it's like. Or you connect this end of the power cord here in order to power them up. And these are 3-pronged connectors right here. So the secret is to find this little divot right here in the power cord and slide it on right where that little notch is right there so it plugs into those 3 prongs in the back. So we just slide those together like that. And then we take this ring that's over the power cord and connect them together finally like that. Now we just plug it in to turn it on. And you can see that it lights up on its own like that. And now we download the Tuya Smart app so we can control it more precisely. Now if you want, you can just control the light with the remote here. You can just turn it on with this button right here. That's also the button that will turn it off as well. And when it's on, like I said, it has pretty limited controls. It can just turn up and down the brightness, and it can do it like that. You can see it getting much dimmer there, and you can see it getting much brighter as I hit this button here. And it has really good control over it too. It's a pretty sensitive up and down there, like it doesn't jump between the brightnesses very much. You can also make it very white by hitting this button here, or you can make it more on the orange yellow side of the spectrum. There's an RGB button right here that controls the colors of it, so you can hit the RGB button and it just changes quickly in between. See, there's purple, there is red, there is yellow, for example, and that's just one click right there. For more precise controls, we're just going to use the Tuya app here. You can connect to the app via Bluetooth, and it's really easy to connect it in the app. All you have to do is go up here and click Add Device, and then the device back here will actually go into a breathing status, which is like a flashing light, and that's what it will connect to here via Bluetooth. Mine's already connected. It happened so fast I couldn't even catch it on camera. And here you have a couple settings where you can change the softness of it. You can make it more white. You can make it more yellow just by moving this thing around down here. Or you can slide over and you can move it to whatever color you want it to be. So say you want to have a green back there, or say you want to move it up to a purplish or bluish color. You can move it over there. You can still make it white in this feature as well, but it mixes in with other colors, as you can see there too. You could make it all red if you want, so you can really have really fine control over how you want it to look. There's a couple preset scenes as well. There's a night scene, there's a reading scene, a leisure scene, a working scene, a soft scene, a colorful scene, a dazzling scene, and a gorgeous scene. Now these ones at the end here, you actually have a lot of control over. You can alter these scenes by hitting this button right here. And then you can select from how many different colors you want to switch between. This one currently has 6 different colors that it's going to switch between. And I can change that number using these buttons here, that plus and that minus. I also can name this scene so I can remember what it is. And we have a couple different color flash modes here. We can make it static, which makes it just one color. We can use flash, which just changes quickly in between them, as you can see in the background right now. And then we also can use breath, which makes them move a little more slowly in between colors. Let's change it to that. And then we hit the back button up here and we confirm that we want to save the scene. And now you can watch it kind of blend in between the colors as opposed to snap in between them on the flash feature. There's also a feature right here if you tap, that's music, that you can get the light to go along with the music you play. So I'll just set the phone down right here and let it play and show you what it looks like a little bit. And if I want to turn this on and have it turn off on its own at some time, I can actually go into timer. That's really easy. I just hit more right there and then I can hit timer. And then as you can see, I can control the hours and those go up all the way to 24 hours. And I can do anything in between that for hours and minutes. And that timer function, that's just for one-time use. If you want to set multiple timers for in the future, you can use rhythms, schedule, or plan, and they feel a little redundant. Feels like they could just be one thing with some of the features just worked into them together. For example, let's look at schedule. When setting schedules, we can set the time that they're set at. We can set the days that they're set at simply by clicking the days that we want to use. We can give it a name and we can set if it's an on or an off schedule to turn the light on or off. If we want to set a plan, it feels a lot like the same thing. We can just set like a sleep plan and it looks a lot of the same. There's just the time that it's set at and then you choose the days that it's set at as well. There's a little bit more customization right here, so you can change the light settings according to how you want it on this customization in the plan as well, and you can change the brightness with it. But this is probably the most interesting one, and that's the rhythms. When you have biorhythm turned on, you have these icons right here that let you set your day and night schedules, as you can see, and it lets you ease into your day and night schedules as well using these 4 icons and giving you full customization over where they're placed. For example, your nighttime settings, your night light would be in here, your daytime settings would be in here, easing into your night here, easing into your morning over here. And you can see those are already set as night light, wake up, sunlight, and comfortable settings. And if I ever want to turn off that light back there, all I have to do is just hit this button right here. That'll turn it off. You can see it goes white. And if I want to turn it back on, I'll press it again and it turns green and the light turns on. So now we're going to test the light out in a few different rooms. And as you can see, we're starting right here in my bedroom. Now the light effect back here is actually made to look like it's sunlight reflecting off of water and kind of dancing around. And you can see that best in the video right back over here. And that's because the light is placed right in front of that closet right there, and that's why it has the brightest and most impact and effect right there. It looks best when the light is placed flush up against the wall like that, and that's when it really creates that kind of liquid effect against the wall. Now we can actually send this through a variety of natural landscape effects. For example, you could have it mimic the northern aurora lights like this right here, or you can live in a soft lavender world like this one here, or you can make it look more like flames like this right here. And don't forget about the ever favorite water ripple effect. And with that down there doing that, I think that looks especially good on my ceiling. That looks really cool. And since we're in the bedroom, it's nice that it produces no sound, so it's not going to negatively impact sleep. But also a softer light like this one is nice for waking up in the morning, whereas a warmer version like this might be better for winding down at night. And so now that I've been using these lights for a while and I've tried them out in all different rooms in my house, I can say that they really are good for all different sizes of rooms. Even with these ones that have these vaulted ceilings, the light reaches all the way to the top and makes a really cool display up on the ceiling that takes up a lot of real estate. And that also makes it great for family gatherings and game nights. Just look at what it does in the game room with these vibrant, bright colors that really stand out. And I love how it just sets a whole new tone in the living room, just lights it up in a whole different way. So yeah, it's a really cool light. You're definitely going to see more of it in my videos. And if you think this video was helpful, please hit that little thumbs up button.